All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the NFL Alumni's coverage from Super Bowl 59. I'm Bram Weinstein. We're presented by Pacera. Better is possible with Oben, Super Bowl champion, played in the league office now, head of the New York, New Jersey chapter of NFL Alumni. Great to see you.
Great to see you. Great to be here. Thank you for having me on.
What do you make of being around Super Bowl 59 this week?
It's crazy. The first year I started watching football was the Super Bowl 17 season. Obviously, the John Reagan tearaway, fourth down. 20 years later, I'm starting in my own Super Bowl 37.
Yeah.
And then by Super Bowl 57, I'm working for the NFL. So it's almost been a full-scale circle of just life and how football has continued to add value to my life and just being successful as a player and even on the business side as an executive, and then obviously being involved with NFL alumni as well.
So you had a nice long career. You've stayed involved in football. What can being part of NFL alumni do for its players?
I think we always need a locker room. I think we always need support system. And when football's over and life happens and people's kids got soccer and everything else, you still need an organization that has your best interest in mind. And whether you played 2 years or 10 years, it doesn't matter at that stage. Now you're still guys that need resources. And hopefully you just try to continue to evolve to solve the problems that guys need, whether it's health, partnerships, it's obviously caring for kids, caring for your own, professional development, and just different things that membership-driven organizations promise. Like if you're a doctor, you're like Doctors Association, Lawyers Association. I mean, you still need an association for those of us that played this game.
Do you think this is kind of a different for the alumni than maybe what it was when you were playing?
Oh, 100%. I think let's say today's 35-year-old guy versus me, when I got done playing is a different guy. I mean, you talk about the financial resources, the level of information available, social media, and there's so many resources now. I think it's good to continue to boil down what you want to do, who you want to become after football, and how alumni can help you on that journey as well.
You're the Vice President of Football Development, is that the correct title? For the NFL. Can you talk to us about what that position entails for you?
Yeah, so it's really grown and expanded. I started out as Director of Player Health and Safety in 2015. Really helped address some of the challenges around that negative narrative about health and safety, playing tackle football. Yeah. We introduced research, and we started growing a flag football game and making that a discussion about how to introduce football if tackle's not the thing. I helped build a strategy where all NFL team in their markets, like how they celebrate football, develop the game, celebrate coaches, officiating, some of those things. And now my role as a VP of Football Development really encompasses a lot of the college to pro pathway. So being the liaison for American Football Coach Association, the Senior Bowl, the East West Shrine Bowl, selecting the coaching staff of those games, all the things up, including the combine, being involved in all the strategy behind that. Beyond just the event themselves, take someone I think that has a football background and then understands the business side, and you just try to work to bring partners and people together in a productive way.
What a massive different world that is too, the collegiate players going through the portal and all the different challenges that are of what a traditional career would have been.
Yeah, 100%. And I think one of the partnerships I'm proud of is the American Football Coach Association. Craig Bowles, the new executive director. I did a presentation with Chris Ballard, who's the GM of the Colts, at the FBS coaches meetings. All the FBS coaches were there. Transfer portal day. So it encompasses 4 accounts for high school recruiting, signing day, transfer portal, managing a roster. To hear college coaches talk about roster management and having general managers, and it's just a different discussion than we had 5 years ago, much less 20 years ago. But seeing coaches have to adjust to that and helping them along the way in terms of how that impacts the NFL is something that I feel honored to really be working on some of those things.
All right, lastly, you got to indulge me because we're both DC natives.
Yeah, 100%.
And you referenced one of the greatest plays of all time, John Reagan's run, Super Bowl 17. Here we are in a new era of Washington football. As you see kind of a reemergence of a landmark franchise, like what are you thinking about now as they kind of start this new era together?
Well, first of all, you have to credit ownership. Ownership change was good and was necessary, honestly, and I think the Harris group is now spent some time with him back in December. We talked about people, culture. I mean, getting the right people in the right building. I mean, Jason Wright did a good job just transitioning all that and just getting the organization back in good shape. So if the organization is in good shape, you've got the best people and the best structure, then you let the football part run, because everything's not guaranteed. You know, the Hail Mary and some of those close games, I mean, that may not be the case next year, but you hope it is for the community. It's been a lot of years and a whole generation that has grown up where the Commanders, Washington Redskins just weren't a good football product. Yeah. I think now they have the right pieces in place, and it starts with having a good quarterback. Probably the best season in NFL history for a rookie quarterback. I know DQ does a good job, implement his defenses. He cares about defensive line first, O-line, then you build a perimeter. Football's become so perimeter focused, but it's really about the line and winning the battles up front. And obviously, he went to a Super Bowl a few years ago in Atlanta, but I just think you have the right systems in place, and I think it's good to see the DC, my family and friends back home, just feeling good about football. And it's awesome to see that.
It's waking up again.
Yeah,
great.
100%.
Roman, great to see you. Thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much.
Absolutely. Thank you.